back to the East, that she was there in the office and that Suge was meeting Justin Combs and possibly holding him in his arms, and that there was a photographer taking a picture, and that wasn't the picture that we needed to see on our end or that we wanted the world to see at all. So I remember that day, it hit us like, you know, a rocket launcher or something. It hit us hard. I remember getting off the phone. It was almost damn near half a day, maybe 2, 3 o'clock, maybe in the afternoon. Wendy Day was promoing, announcing something big was going to happen. Not Wendy Day, Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, radio personality, TV personality, was announcing in her super highly rated afternoon show that might have been even syndicated then, that she had big news coming that involved Justin Dior Combs. Perked my ear up. I said, yo, what's going on? We started calling everybody. He was calling me. He got a heads up. He started calling the bosses at Hot 97. The street team was listening. They heard, the executives heard. We instantly all left the office, 19th Street, some in cars, some running all the way down to Hudson Street where Hot 97 was, to get down there just to handle the situation and make sure that that picture was not exposed to the masses and was not delivered through Wendy Williams. In all of that fricka-fracas, if you look back, history would tell you that she was let go from Hot 97 over that and had to go to another city to operate out of. And then she was able to come back and be the Wendy Williams that she is now today with all the success that she's had.
Crazy, man. So that's the reason why she got fired from Hot 97, because of that picture of Suge Knight and Misa.
They fired her. I think that situation led to her being fired.
$20. Diddy has made a lot of enemies over the years. Now, one of them is Wendy Williams, and it's time for some payback.
The power Puff had. With the radio stations in New York, motherfuckers didn't breathe hard if Puff didn't want them to. If Tupac had anything salacious to say about Puff in that interview, and Angie Martinez told Puff, or let Puff heard it, and he told them, you can't play it, they wasn't gonna play it. Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
Speaking of that, right, I'm happy you brought that up. Kirk Burrows, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she was going to reveal the picture. If you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture?
We were in Cancun, and we were on our way to the Island of Women. You understand? For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull them down, some girls then was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay porn or something like that. And she was going to put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
Well, I think that we were in California at the time, and Puff was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stones or Billboard. Right. He was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stone or Billboard when he had the white suit on. What happened was that Wendy had somehow shown people that email. You hear me? Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not going to get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was going to boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. She was fired.
2. That was not the only picture that got leaked. Wendy Williams also leaked a photo of P. Diddy pulling down another man's pants.
Puffy fired at least one gunshot into the ceiling of the nightclub, which is like ridiculous. This whole thing happened back, of course, in December of '99. That comment came during the opening statements, and 3 people were injured during a shooting. Of course, Shine and Anthony Wolf Jones, the bodyguard, will also be standing trial. They're also saying that when the gunshots rang out, now whoever threw the, pulled the trigger, whatever, Puffy ran out of the club so fast and got into the waiting SUV that it wasn't until he got into the truck that he realized that he left Jennifer behind, along with his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf. He just ran. Well, eventually, Jennifer and Wolf made their way to the SUV without Puffy.
Right.
They ran 11 lights to elude the cops. Supposedly it was Puffy, although people are saying they saw a female hand tossing a gun out the window. And then when the cops stopped them, they found a second gun, of course, in the car.
Right.
All 4 of the occupants, the driver, the bodyguard, Puffy, and Jennifer, were handcuffed and taken down to the precinct. And eventually, Puffy and his bodyguard, Wolf, were overheard talking about their plot to bribe the driver to take the rap for the gun. And Puffy was overheard saying, and I quote, because the prosecutor said this, "I can't go to jail, I'm Puff Daddy."
Wendy was one of the hottest OAPs on Hot 97 back then, but Diddy showed her how powerful he is by getting her booted off the station and blacklisted, too.
Hi, Mr. Combs.
Oh, okay. Hi, Puffy.
Hey, what's up, girl?
How are you?
Just chilling, just watching this news, bugging out, man.
Yeah, I was just doing the story on you and Jay-Z in donating $1 million to the American Red Cross.
Yeah.
That's good work.
Yeah, it's just crazy just looking at it. It's definitely a sad time, and we were both on the phone talking.
Yeah.
Felt like if we could do something, we needed to really kind of do something now.
Yeah.
And so that's what we decided to do. And it's crazy, so hopefully the money will help, and we're just praying right now. Our prayers are just that some help gets there right now. Hopefully, the government will stand up and do what they're supposed to do.
But I need you to let me know approximately when your CD is going to be coming out, and we're going to be doing this interview that you've been promising.
Yeah. Me and you are speaking on the air for the first time for a great cause, and we're going to do a interview with each other, something that people could understand how we have gotten our relationship back on track.
Right.
In the next couple of months, but I definitely, wanted to do this with you now. I think this is even for a better cause, better situation. Yeah. But then also after all of this is taken care of, and hopefully God turns things around in a positive way, you can get busy with our unfinished business.
Exactly, because you promised me a no holds bar, according to you.
Yeah, we're going to have it out. That's what you want, so we're going to do it so we can put it past us,
Yes, and it's funny how tragedy just brings people together. Like, I like how you and Jay have joined together, and in our own little way, even like how you've called here and we're talking about this, and I'm showing restraint on my tongue, and I'm keeping it just where it is, because this is big. I'm glad that
we know that's a lot for you, Wendy, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
Keeping it focused on the people, and God will bless you for that. And I'll remember it. And when we get together, you can let it loose. I'm gonna let it loose back, though.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Well, look, if you stay on the phone for any more than 10 more seconds, then I'm about to change the tide. So let's get off the phone.
I gotta go, Ma. Holler at you. God bless you.
Apart from discussing Diddy's case on air, she also had multiple situations where she took calls exposing him. On one surprising occasion, he actually called in.
Yes, it's very effeminized, but be very clear. There were lots of homosexuals in hip hop back in the 80s too. That was what's worse, hip hop wearing skirts, or hip hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood, that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. Mm-hmm. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career. And it's all coming full circle now. So,
do you think now with people like Frank Ocean coming out of the closet, even though he's not exactly a rapper, but he definitely overlaps into the rap community, do you think that we're gonna have a time where it's cool to be a gay rapper?
I don't know, because I still see Frank Ocean as being one amongst many, but one, and that's good. But you know, and then there was the notion of this radio DJ in New York who is in denial. So that just goes to show you how far the homosexual movement within hip-hop and sports still needs to go. It is politically correct to be accepting, but behind closed doors, people are still hating. And Jason, the basketball player, is one, but it will be a long time, I think, before another actively playing in the locker room ball player comes out. And it's unfortunate, but that's where I am, you know, on it. You know, Frank Ocean, good for him. And Jason.
The question now is, where did it all go wrong between them? Well, here's your answer, right here.
Wants to have more children. And this time with his girlfriend, Cassie. Well, you know what? Already has 6 children with 3 women, including hood triplets. You know what a hood triplet is, right? That's when you have these 2 girls are twins, and then this one here was born at the same time in another state with another woman. Because Puffy and I have been through things in the past, but now we're in a good place, so I'm not gonna mess this up. Yes, right? Like, anyway, but yeah, he loves her and admitted it and went into it like extolling the greatness that is Cassie. And to be a stand-up father. You know what I mean? And maybe he's not the marrying kind, but he definitely is a stand-up father and seemingly boyfriend and a stand-up businessman. My mindset's a little bit different than the average older person. I don't think she needs a ring. I think that it's great that he wants to have kids with her, and good luck. Please sit down. Please sit down. I've got something very important to tell you. After 11 years of romance, Puffy and Cassie are officially broken up. I mean, it's everywhere, including People magazine, so you know it's true. Well, according to Love B. Scott, Puffy is now dating so Puffy wants Cassie back. Oh, it's been all over social media. He's using it to try to help him, to get support. Cassie posted a photo of herself the other day. Here's the photo. And he commented, "Love you forever." Once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent his all-girl group to beat my ass in front of the radio station. Fact. And I get downstairs and find this girl group jump out of a gypsy cab to come after me, to kick my ass. And I always like to say, I could be anywhere I want, but I choose to be home or where I want to be. People like you, I don't really understand. His actual birthday was November 4th. Why do you have to drag it out? Like, we already know you're the king of everything, and you're sparkly Jack.
She wasn't gossiping all those years. I feel like she was opening the doors to the truth. With so much evidence out there right now, I bet Wendy Williams is somewhere feeling vindicated.
For something P. Diddy said about you. What?
Please welcome Sean Diddy Combs.
Oh, that's a Diddy on your show, right?
I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture and just understanding that it's new. Not just saying that's all that you cover, but you started shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I accept that.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you. Mm-hmm. But this is a full circle moment, everybody.
Listen, man, when I saw that, Knowing the history behind all of that?
Because you know the history.
Yeah, well, break it down for our listeners.
No.
I wasn't, okay.
No, I don't feel like it. I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted of the history. But y'all had bad blood for a while.
Real bad.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood. You almost, he wanted to run you out of New York at one point, right?
Run?
Well,
Ran.
not run, like push you out of New York at one point. Oh, he had you ran out. You give him full credit for that? Okay, cool. He had you ran out of New York. And then y'all came full circle. Now he's on your show. How did that feel for you?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It felt wonderful. You know why? He's number one. That's my error.
Mm-hmm.
I helped him do Bad Boy. He knows. We were all in the trenches together at a particular time. And just good.
Felt great.
Real great.
Mm-hmm.
And a real accomplishment, hopefully to show maybe some of the younger people or somebody, somebody can try to, do you in, but the power of forgiveness and the power of going on and making it. Anyway, no, I appreciate that, and I will cherish that moment. And
Did y'all have to do any due diligence beforehand, or that was the first time when you saw him on stage? Was the first
excuse me, what did I just talk to you about when you tried to say hi to me in the hall?
Yeah, don't talk to me, Sway.
Yeah, go back in the room. Come on now.
He wanted to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puff wanted to come to the show. It's been a long time coming because, schedules have to be negotiated and whatnot. But he showed up. He smelled great. His stomach is flat. Heather, he was handsome. And he ain't going nowhere.
No.
Clearly.
Can't be stopped now.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Bad boy for life.
Bad boy for life. That was a big moment for those who know. That was, and I was happy.
6 years ago, on Sway's Universe, she talked about the bad blood between her and Diddy, explaining how she forgave him. But maybe she forgot to forgive the man entirely.
Beautiful kids. And I am particularly fond of your twins because I love a twin situation. But I love that you have, 6 kids, 3 babies' moms.
Yes.
Okay.
And they all taken care of.
That's right.
No, but I want to tell you the story about that. I met all of them in the same year, so I've known all of them the same amount of time. But we were friends. No, listen. Whoa, why did I do that? These are people that were my friends, and then I would get my heart broken, and then my friend would be there, and I would fall in love with my friend, and then I would get my heart broken again.
So are you in love now?
Yeah, I'm in love now.
Yeah, but you've been in love with Cassie for a while. Like, you guys, this is, I mean, I'm not saying that you're sloppy or anything like that, but I know that outside of your baby's moms and taking care of your kids and your empire, you do like to party, okay?
Yes.
What is it about her that,
I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves, like when I look at her, the way she smiles, the way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake,
What is going on here?
Now, I'm gonna be honest, like, they didn't have my tickets right the year before, so I said I'm gonna stun on them and sit on the stairs as my woman looks good and takes those pictures.
He knew all the industry secrets for years and was ridiculed for it. But guess who's laughing now? And the force behind Department of Plenty.